48 World Cup flags, easy to impossible. Most won't finish. How far can you get? Easy tier, first host flag. Stars, stripes, and 2 famous lookalikes. Whose flag? The United States, but the numbers tell a story. 50 stars for 50 states. 13 stripes for the original colonies. Liberia and Malaysia echo the striped look, but this is the original quiz layup. Green field, gold diamond, blue globe. Which World Cup giant? Brazil, and the stars on that globe aren't random. Those stars map the sky above Rio on November 15, 1889, the day Brazil became a republic. Today, the 27 stars represent Brazil's federal units, order and progress. Black on top, red then gold. Germany or a trap? Germany, horizontal stripes, not Belgium's vertical. Black, red, and gold traced to the early 1800s, the Lutzow Free Corps who fought Napoleon. The Nazis banned them. West Germany restored them as democratic colors in 1949. Blue, white, red, vertical, the tricolor that traveled the world. Whose? France, 2-time world champions. France won at home in 1998, then again in Russia in 2018. 2 titles, 2 eras, same tricolor. Light blue, white, and a golden sun in the middle. Which country? Argentina, and that sun has an old story. The sun of May celebrates the May Revolution of 1810. Its face is popularly linked to Inti, the Inca sun god, a sun of independence. A single red disc on white. Simple flag, huge clue. Whose? Japan, and there's a beautiful idea behind that red disc. Nihon means origin of the sun, the land of the rising sun, so that red circle, literally the sun itself. 1 big red leaf on white. Which World Cup host? Canada, but count the points. That maple leaf has exactly 11 points, not for symbolism, purely because 11 was the cleanest shape at distance. Pure design. Green, white, red, but the eagle changes everything. Which host? Mexico, and that scene comes from a founding legend. In the Mexico founding legend, they were told to settle where they saw an eagle on a cactus devouring a serpent. That place became Tenochtitlan, now Mexico City, and the image lives on the flag. A bold red cross on plain white. Which country? England, 1 World Cup title, and it came at home. England's only World Cup title came at Wembley in 1966. Every World Cup hosted somewhere else. They have never lifted it away from home. Red and yellow stripes with a coat of arms. Which country? Spain, and the design was built to be spotted at sea. In 1785, King Charles III chose Spain's red-yellow-red naval ensign because it stood out at sea and was harder to confuse with other flags. It stuck. Green and red with a golden sphere in the middle. Which country? Portugal, that sphere is a sailor's clue. It's an armillary sphere, a navigation instrument tied to Portugal's age of discovery, when its sailors pushed deep into global sea routes. White flag, red-blue swirl, 4 black symbols. Whose? South Korea, and that swirl is ancient philosophy. The center is the Tijuk, yin and yang in balance. The 4 black trigrams come from the I Ching tradition: heaven, earth, water, and fire. 12 flags down, but that was just the warm-up. From here, the flags start copying each other. Drop your warm-up score in the comments, then watch out for the lookalikes. Medium tier: red, white, blue. Netherlands or Luxembourg, watch the shade. The Netherlands, but it used to wear orange. The Dutch flag began orange, white, blue. In the 1600s, red replaced orange, the dye faded at sea, and the House of Orange lost power. The kit stayed orange. Black, yellow, red, vertical. Germany is horizontal. Whose flag is this? Belgium, same color family, totally different layout. In 1831, Belgium adopted the vertical tricolor, using the black, yellow, and red of the old Duchy of Brabant. Germany goes horizontal. Belgium goes vertical. Red, white, blue with the checkerboard shield. Croatia or Hungary? Croatia, that checkerboard is the giveaway. Croatia's Shahovnica checkerboard dates back to the late 15th century and became official in 1527 at the Settingrad Charter. That red and white shield has serious history. Red flag, white Nordic cross with blue tucked inside. Norway, Denmark, or Iceland? Norway, and the origin story is oddly adorable. Norway's flag was designed in 1821 by Frederick Meltzer, a Bergen politician. Family legend says his 10-year-old son drew the first sketch, but the idea was Meltzer's. Its blue cross set Norway apart from Denmark's red and white. Union Jack, Commonwealth Star, Southern Cross. Australia or New Zealand? Australia. Count the stars and you'll beat the trap. 6 stars in total. The big Commonwealth Star has 7.6 for the states, 1 for all the territories. The other 5 form the Southern Cross. New Zealand has 4 red stars. Australia has 6 white ones. 9 stripes, son of May in the corner. Argentina is the trap. Whose flag? Uruguay, football royalty from day one. Uruguay were the first FIFA World Cup champions, winning the inaugural 1930 tournament on home soil in Montevideo. 13 teams entered. Uruguay left as history. Plain red flag with a green 5-pointed star. Which African nation? Morocco, and that star has a name. The green pentagram is the seal of Solomon, an ancient Islamic symbol of wisdom and protection. Most people assume it's a generic star. It's not. It carries a specific meaning reaching back centuries. All green with Arabic script and a sword. Whose flag? Saudi Arabia, and this flag has a strict rule. Saudi Arabia's flag must never be flown upside down. Its inscription is the Shahada, the Islamic declaration of faith, and must always read correctly. Here, orientation is sacred. Green, white, red, not Mexico. The script is the clue. Whose flag? Iran, and those letters are doing serious work. Allahu Akbar, God is great, is written 22 times along the green and red bands. 22 Bahman is the date of Iran's 1979 Islamic Revolution, each repetition a tribute to that day. Red, white, black, gold eagle in the middle. Egypt, Iraq, or Syria? Egypt, and their World Cup record is a goalkeeper story. At the 2018 World Cup, Egypt's Essam El Hadary played at 45 years and 161 days old, the oldest player in World Cup history. Yellow, blue, red, plain tricolor layout. Colombia or Ecuador? Colombia, the shared colors go way back. Colombia and Ecuador both inherited yellow, blue, and red from Simón Bolívar's Gran Colombia in 1819. The flags are close cousins, but Ecuador's coat of arms is the big visual tell. White cross on red, but check the shape. Switzerland or Denmark. Switzerland, the square gives it away. Switzerland's national flag is square, one of only 2 square national flags in the world. The other is Vatican City. That shape is the whole trick. And that is halftime, 24 flags in. The hard tier is where the lookalikes turn nasty. One detail decides everything. Enjoying the match? Hit subscribe. A fresh flag challenge drops every week. Welcome to the hard tier. Red, gold, and green stripes with a black star. Ghana or Cameroon. Ghana, and that black star carries meaning. Ghana's black star was taken from Marcus Garvey's Black Star Line, a Pan-African movement symbol representing liberation and African unity. It became one of football's most recognizable African symbols. Half green, half white, with a red crescent and star. Which North African nation? Algeria, and that crescent carries deep symbolism. Algeria's flag pairs green and white with a red crescent and star. Green is widely tied to Islam, and the crescent and star carry deep North African and Islamic symbolism. Red flag with a white circle containing a crescent and star. Tunisia or Turkey. Tunisia, and that crescent is deeper than it looks. Tunisia's crescent and star are not only religious symbols. Some flag historians link similar crescent imagery to ancient Punic Carthage in modern-day Tunisia, so the symbol may reach back much further than most viewers expect. White diagonal cross on blue, the others here are upright crosses. Whose flag? Scotland, and this cross is ancient. The Saltire, Scotland's diagonal white cross on blue, is legendarily dated to 832 AD. Scotland claims it's one of the oldest flags still flown anywhere in the world. Red, white, red, 3 horizontal stripes. Poland is white and red. This is which country? Austria, and this flag's legend is gruesome. Legend says Duke Leopold V emerged from the Battle of Acre in 1191, so covered in blood that only a white stripe remained where his sword belt had been. He kept the pattern. Austria still flies it. Yellow cross on blue. Sweden, Finland, or something else. Sweden, and the origin is pure legend. Legend says a yellow cross appeared in King Eric's sky in 1157, leading the Swedes to victory. The legend is ancient, but Sweden's recorded flag history comes centuries later. Union Jack, 4 red stars, not the Commonwealth Star. Australia or New Zealand? New Zealand, and this is a comeback story. New Zealand's 2026 appearance is their first World Cup since 2010. They got in through OFC's new guaranteed slot under the expanded 48-team format. The all-whites are back. 6 colors, no emblem, a bold Y shape. Which African country? South Africa, and they kick off the entire tournament against a familiar face. South Africa face Mexico in 2026, the exact fixture that opened 2010 when they drew 1-1, and the Azteca becomes the first stadium to host 3 World Cup opening matches. Yellow, blue, red, same as Colombia, but this one adds a coat of arms. Which country? Ecuador, and the similarity is not a coincidence. Ecuador and Colombia both inherited yellow, blue, and red from Simón Bolívar's Gran Colombia. They split into separate nations but kept the colors. The coat of arms is the big visual tell. Dark maroon red, white serrated edge. Qatar or Bahrain, which WC 2026 team? Qatar, and this flag has unusual geometry. Qatar's flag has 9 serrated points along the white band, representing Qatar as the 9th emirate of the Gulf region. Qatar hosted the 2022 World Cup and returns as a participant in 2026. Green, yellow, red, 3 vertical stripes with a green star in the center. Senegal or Mali? Senegal, and that star is the only visible difference. Senegal and Mali have near identical flags, green, yellow, red. The only difference, Senegal has a green star in the center. Mali has nothing. Spot the star, spot the nation. Orange on the left, white in the middle, green on the right. Ireland is the reverse. Whose flag is this? Ivory Coast. And yes, Ireland's flag is this one flipped. Ivory Coast's flag is Ireland's exact mirror image. Orange, white, green versus green, white, orange. Both were inspired by France's tricolor when they gained independence. Different continents, identical flags, just reversed. Welcome to Extra Time. 12 flags left, debut nations and flags you have never seen. This is where most fans tap out. Comment how far you made it before this round knocks you out. Impossible tier, almost nobody gets these. Blue with 1 yellow stripe and 2 white stars. Which Caribbean island nation? Curaçao, and this is one of the most remarkable stories of 2026. Curaçao is making their FIFA World Cup debut in 2026. Population, just 150,000 people on a 444 square kilometer island. One of the smallest nations ever to qualify for a World Cup. Blue flag, red and white stripes, 10 stars in a circle. A World Cup debut nation. Which one? Cape Verde, making their first ever World Cup appearance in 2026. Cape Verde's 10 stars in a circle represent their 10 main islands. The circle signals unity across the archipelago. 10 islands, 1 nation, a beautiful piece of symbolism stitched into the flag. Light blue, white and green stripes with a crescent and 12 stars. A WC debut nation. Which one? Uzbekistan, their first ever World Cup in 2026. Uzbekistan's 12 stars represent the 12 months of the year and the 12 zodiac constellations, a nod to the rich astronomical tradition in Samarkand under the medieval scholar Ulugh Beg in the 1400s. Black, white, green horizontal stripes with a red triangle and 7-pointed star. Jordan or Palestine? Jordan, making their first ever World Cup appearance in 2026. Jordan's white star has 7 points, representing the 7 verses of Al-Fatiha, the opening chapter of the Quran. Also their debut in the 2026 tournament after qualifying through Asia. Sky blue with a red diagonal stripe edged in yellow, plus a yellow star in the corner. Which African nation? DR Congo, and this comeback is 52 years in the making. DR Congo last appeared at a World Cup in 1974, as Zaire, the first sub-Saharan African side ever to qualify. 52 years later, they're back, after beating Jamaica in an intercontinental playoff. Red, white, and black with green Arabic script in the center. Syria or Iraq, which one? Iraq, and this is a 40-year comeback. Iraq last appeared at a World Cup in 1986, a 40-year wait. They sealed their return by beating Bolivia 2-1 in the Intercontinental Playoff. One of the longest absences ended in 2026. Blue and red horizontal stripes with a coat of arms in the center. Which Caribbean nation? Haiti, and their qualification story is unlike any other. Haiti qualified for the 2026 World Cup without playing a single home match. An ongoing security crisis forced the federation to host all their home games in neutral venues abroad in Curaçao and elsewhere. They qualified anyway. 4 quadrants, white with a blue star and white with a red star. Which Central American nation? Panama, and their World Cup history fits on one line. Panama's first ever goal. Felipe Baloy, their 37-year-old captain against England, the oldest player to score on his World Cup debut. A Guinness record, even in a 6-1 defeat. Blue flag, yellow diagonal triangle, white stars along the edge. Which Balkan country? Bosnia and Herzegovina, and those stars are telling you something. The 7 full stars and 2 half stars along the edge aren't a random count, they represent infinity. The sequence continues past the flag's border. It's a visual statement. There is no end to the number of stars. White and red stripes with a blue triangle on the left side. Czech Republic or Slovakia? Czech Republic, and that triangle was added for a very practical reason. Czechoslovakia formed in 1918, and their white and red flag was identical to Poland's. So in 1920, they added a blue triangle to set it apart. After the country split in 1993, the Czech Republic kept it. Slovakia chose a different design. Red, white, blue horizontal stripes. But flip this flag over and something strange happens. Whose flag? Paraguay, the only country with a double-sided flag. Paraguay's front carries the national coat of arms. Flip it over and the treasury seal appears. No other national flag on earth has entirely different emblems on each side. Final flag, all red, white crescent, white star. Turkey or Tunisia, one last trap. Whose is it? Turkey, the last of the 48. Turkey's crescent and star predate Islam, long linked to Byzantium, later Constantinople. The Ottomans took it in 1453. Istanbul became its official name in 1930. And that is full time. 48 flags. Drop your final score in the comments. Made it this far? Subscribe, a fresh flag challenge every week.